you just see that this is an incredibly privileged girl who's lived an incredibly privileged life, and we knew that, but now we're realizing she didn't always earn it fair and square. And that's what's bothersome. What's up, guys? It's Clancy, and today I'm coming at you live. Not live. We're not live. Why am I saying that? But I'm in a girl outfit. Like, I needed to show you guys. Like, I just sat down to film this video and was like, I am so disgusting and pathetic. But yeah, you see the title, and this is what I want to talk about today. The college scandal that you all know about. I'm not going to be going into too many details. More just like my thoughts and some like weird fun facts throughout all of this that I'm like, wait, can we like slow roll and actually like digest this? It's weird because it's like, it was shocking. Like, I was at the gym, I was on a treadmill when all of a sudden I saw on CNN, that was when the press conference was going on, more than 50 people in college scandal, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't really think twice. I was like, what? Okay. And then I saw Lori Loughlin's picture, if I'm even pronouncing that name right. Her name is so hard to pronounce. Did she do this on purpose that we wouldn't talk about it? Or maybe I'm the only one who's struggling. And when I saw her picture, I was like, hold up, because I follow Olivia Jade on YouTube. Like, I'm subscribed to her. I see all of her videos, all of her college videos, and I obviously don't know her, but when you're subscribed to someone, you kind of feel like you do. Like, you know them. Like, for example, you guys kind of know me. Like, you know my life. I let you in, and it's weird. It's like I feel like I know her. I have seen her post before talking about school. She doesn't like it. She's not into it. She only wants to go to college for parties. Like, I watched that all happen in real time. So when all of this happened, when all of this came out, I was like, oh my gosh. But here's the thing. I'm shocked and I'm not, and I'm going to be going over why. So just a brief backstory for anyone who doesn't know. Basically, Lori Loughlin, however you pronounce that, and a bunch of other actresses, including Felicity Huffman from Desperate Housewives, which I love that show. So what are you doing, Felicity? They paid a lot of money for their children to get into elite top schools. But not only that, they did so much shady stuff. Felicity, for example, I think she paid $15,000 for the SAT scores to help her kid out for that. And then also Lori Loughlin, she shelled out hundreds of thousands of dollars so that Olivia and her sister Bella could get into USC. And not only that, they pretended, or they faked, like the two daughters were on the rowing team so they get in that way. And that is insane to me. The thing that is so disturbing about that to me is it's like, out of all of this, okay, obviously it's disturbing that they probably took kid spots off the rowing team, which is terrible. And, you know, they committed fraud. This is all illegal. That's not good that this is illegal, is that you had such little faith in your daughters that you had to do this. Like, you had such little belief in their abilities. And you regarded them so low that you had to cheat. Because my first thought was, Olivia Jade could have gotten into USC without this. I mean, technically, she's still using her mom. That's my reasoning. I mean, if they get a college letter from a girl who, it's all because of her mom, but like she's running her own businesses. She's partnering with brands like Sephora. She's like a businesswoman, Olivia Jade. And if I were a college acceptance person, I would be like, heck, that is cool. That's unique. It's not just about the grades. And the fact that just from the get-go, their parents were like, they're not good enough to get in, so we're just going to insure it. Like, and it's not just insure it like a little bit. It's like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And you know what? You, by doing that, are teaching your daughter. Like, Olivia is learning, A, I'm not good enough. B, if you have enough money, you can do just about anything, and you can cheat the system, and no one else matters. Those are 4 disgusting life lessons. And when you grow up like that, it's like, how can you possibly grow up into a great, admirable woman? And it's like, no matter how Olivia turns out, it's like not her fault. Almost. It's so weird because you think of people growing up in terrible homes as they're poor and their parents beat them and this and that, but in this case, we have a young woman, Olivia, who's growing up filthy rich, who's getting her own brand deals and sponsorships, can afford anything she wants, is popular and this and that, and literally to me, that is just as bad as if she was growing up dirt poor and could not even afford a sweater. Because to grow up with like those morals and that mindset, that's going to affect you for the rest of your life. And who the heck are you going to become? That to me is the saddest part. And then from a college standpoint, I mean, you know, this is obviously irrelevant to my channel now because I'm a TV news reporter, but you guys followed me from back when I was a college girl. You followed me from the day I got accepted into college to the day I graduated. Here's the thing, like, these allegations are shocking, but this is not anything unique. Like, this is going on all across the world. And not necessarily to this degree. So these actresses who got caught, they left a paper trail. there are things all the time that are just like, oh, hey, if I just, you know, buy this building and you just name it after me, like then my kids and my grandkids and this and that can all get into this school. Perfect. And it's not like as shady as this is, but you have to understand, like, this is happening all around the world, and that's where affirmative action comes in. Affirmative action helps people out who are given a disadvantage in one way or another. This could be their race, their ethnicity, their parents' salary. And listen, I used to take an anthropology class in college, which was just for fun, and I ended up falling in love with it. I had to write a paper on affirmative action, and I want to be 100% honest with you guys. I wrote a paper on how I didn't believe in affirmative action. And it's because affirmative action can be abused. I know a lot of people who are the same exact class as me. Our parents make the same amount of money. They grew up going to the same schools as me, but because they're certain, they could put a certain ethnicity down, it helped them out a lot. I saw it happen and it was great for them, but I'm like, okay, well, that's not fair. There are so many people who are given a disadvantage innately just because of the color skin they have, or just because of the parents they have, what they're born into. And that's exactly what my teacher told me when I turned in my paper. She gave it back to me. It's probably the lowest grade I ever got in that class. And I was like, my eyes were just wide open. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so true. Because I just wrote a paper as a privileged white girl who does not know what it's like to grow up with these disadvantages that I just can't even imagine. And this whole college thing that happened is a big reason why affirmative action needs to happen. Not everyone starts out on the same playing field. It's not just, okay, let's say 100 kids apply to the same college and they're all on the same level. No, or even 100 kids walk into the same high school, they're all coming from different backgrounds. They're not starting on level playing fields. Some parents are richer, some parents can do this, some parents can afford SAT prep for their kids. I went to SAT prep. Other kids can't afford that. That's like not fair. It makes me mad because college was, you know, a wonderful time for me. It was also a wonderful time of learning. Like, you guys even heard me spit out all the stuff I learned in anthropology, which was just a random class I took for fun, and I loved it. I've always been the more scholarly, I don't want to say scholarly, but the academic type. Like, I guess a nerd, if you will. I just, to me, like, there was just no other option. Like, it's something you have to do, get A's. And B, I genuinely enjoyed it at times. Not all the time. Do I want to be sitting home writing papers? No. But I did have like a joy for learning, kind of. I mean, that sounds so lame. I literally hate myself. And it's like, nothing in life is fair. We're all talking about college, but like literally nothing is. Why person A gets a job and person B doesn't. Why person A does this and person B doesn't. And it's frustrating and it's annoying, but there's like no solution. Because yeah, we have affirmative action, but that's not going to stop things like this from happening. And by the way, things like this are not going to stop. They're just going to get smarter about it. Like, this has been going on for decades. This has been going on probably since college existed. And it's going to keep going on. Like, I hope something, you know, they get some sort of repercussion if they're guilty. Of course, I mean, I'm talking about all of this and I have to be really careful just because, guys, it's innocent until proven guilty. But I did read the papers, the documents, and it said point blank, like, this was kind of, you know, they had emails, they had proof. So that's why I feel confident saying this. But as for Olivia, though, the comments that have been coming into her videos and the messages that have been being sent to her, like, why? It's like this mob mentality where it's like, oh, let's get the pretty rich girl who's lucky. Like, you know, everyone wants to see the downfall of successful people. I don't know why. I guess it makes people feel better about themselves, or it's just satisfying. But no, writing on her videos all these mean things, what's that gonna do? And to be honest, like, I'm going back to the way you grow up thing, she didn't know any different. Like, her parents probably just came to her and said, this is what we're gonna do. Like, she didn't ask her parents, I bet. Like, come on. Like, this is how she grew up. There's a reason that, like, I feel like this has been the most talked about story in a while. It's because this really struck a nerve with us. This struck a nerve because of how unfair it is. Because people are cheating the system while the rest of us had to do it the fair way. A lot of us, oh my gosh, going to USC, that would have been great, but sorry, we didn't have hundreds of thousands of dollars to shell out, and we didn't have parents who were willing to cheat for us in a good way. I'm very glad we didn't. And we weren't willing to take the spot of people who deserved it. So it's frustrating to even hear about this and to know that this exists in this world. And by the way, going back to the affirmative action thing, I'm someone who kind of falls in the middle. Like, I'm given some advantages, but I can't explain it. Like, so I would never fall under affirmative action. I wouldn't benefit from it. I just wouldn't. At the same time, though, like, I don't benefit from certain advantages that people have, like the crazy, like, oh, okay, my parents can just shell out this amount of money and make donations, or they have these crazy connections. So it's like, I'm one of those people who just, like, falls in the middle. But yeah, so I just want to make that clear. It's just not even benefit me, but I still do believe in it. Right now, it's just kind of, we're getting more info as the days go by. Like, I know Olivia was just just got off the yacht of one of the board of trustees' daughters, or it was his boat, it was his yacht, but yeah, she was with the daughter in the Bahamas. So you just see that this is an incredibly privileged girl who's lived an incredibly privileged life, and we knew that, but now we're realizing she didn't always earn it fair and square. And that's what's bothersome. And so a lot of brands are now pulling out from her, saying, oh, no, we're done. And at first, I'll be honest, like, I'm the type of person who just defends people naturally. Like, I felt bad. I was like, this poor girl, I can't imagine what she's going through right now. Doesn't matter what she did. I literally feel bad for guilty people. But what brand wants that representing them? What brand wants a cheater or someone who's willing to just do whatever? You know, what brand wants that representing them? I don't blame the brands. Are you kidding me? No. So yeah, I'm done. I'm blabbering. I'm gonna go just enjoy my life in my grow outfit. What's up? I hate myself. Okay. I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.